Welcome to Nugget 65 with Steve Groman. In the previous Nugget, we mentioned that we were going to talk about Mono Lake and Tufa.
Tufa?
And Tufa.
Who's Tufa?
I don't know, but I think we should tell them.
I think we ought to tell them.
All right. There are these unique formations that are found in the Eastern California region that we like to go, in this Owens Valley region that we've been talking about. And we're going to stay in this Owens Valley for probably quite a few nuggets. There's so much there.
There is a lot there.
Yeah, all kinds of volcanic
love
activity
it out
on
that way.
it. It's amazing. So hope you're enjoying these. All right, well, let me tell you a little bit about Mono Lake. It's north of Lee Vining, and the Mono Basin National Forest Scenic Area is the nation's first area assigned this special forest designation, and that occurred in 1984. There's a seasonal visitor center on US 395. And after we stopped in there, we went down Route 120 to take the self-guided Lakeside Nature Trail to reach these distinctive Tufa Towers at the South Tufa Reserve. The Tufa Towers form when calcium-rich freshwater springs mingle with carbonate alkaline lake water. This combination creates calcium carbonate, a white limestone deposit that is the base for the Tufa Towers. The surreal formations are found in alkaline lakes around the earth. 60 square miles and 2.5 times saltier than the ocean, the lake teems with billions of brine shrimp and alkali fly larvae. As a result, Mono Lake is a giant bird sanctuary for millions of migrating birds. The lake has 2 volcanic islands, one in the northern part and one in the southern part, and the largest is Heoa Island, and it emerged, they say, around 250 years ago from significant volcanic activity. I wonder why they give it a date of 250 years.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
I don't know why they say 250, because let me tell you what this other article that I have in front of me says. It's an ancient lake, over 700,000 years old, one of the oldest in North America. But they say this volcanic island, the larger one, is only 250 years old. Could that be because they have a record from someone that was living around there, and they set it, and so they can't put a long age on it?
Indigenous people, I guess, they very well could have had a very good record of it.
They have good records, and they're people, the descendants that are still alive today, and they know when that thing popped up. They just can't make up something on that. So that was good.
But again, that goes back to a lot of the problems with all the long time frames with evolutionary ideas concerning anything. Because oftentimes, it's the same with volcanoes that go in our lifetime, but yet it dates. Oftentimes, the stuff will date millions of years old, or at least hundreds of thousands of years old. So when you have a record that clearly shows the long age time frame aren't required, that should throw a monkey wrench in the whole evolutionary idea in the first place.
It's certainly a problem.
It is a problem.
Well, what's funny is this is another article I have, because this is a beautiful place to go, and it says tourists traveling Scenic 395 can't possibly miss one of the oldest lakes in North America, Mono Lake, near Lee Vining and the entrance to Yosemite National Park. It's been a long destination for travelers and scientists because of its unique ecosystem and scenic beauty. In early December 2010, the lake proved to be even more sensational when NASA-funded astrobiology research discovered a bacteria called GFAJ1 that uses arsenic instead of the normal phosphorus in its DNA. Scientists agreed that this is unmatched by any other known organism and changes the fundamental knowledge about what life on Earth. Okay, the microorganism in Mono Lake is the first known on Earth able to thrive and reproduce using a toxic substance. This discovery happened in 2010 by a NASA-funded astrobiology research. Who funds NASA?
Yeah. Well, that would be, I suppose, us, huh?
Right.
Oh, I was going to say something about the lake itself first. It talks about scenic and beauty and all that, and that's kind of an understatement because it is, as you remember, it's beautifully flat, smooth, reflective, blue. The reflections are absolutely incredible. The building blocks of life they're looking for. How life got here without God, because he's the one that says he put everything here. NASA, they do that all the time. They find something new that is going to be, okay, this is it. This is what we've been looking for. And usually they find out later, not all that long later, that no, actually that's not it. But it makes big news as it was. I can only imagine how they must have locked down Mono Lake at the time. I don't know that for sure, but maybe you got an article that says
I've got a couple of articles about this that we might find really interesting. A NASA announcement that will impact the search for evidence of extraterrestrial life. There you go. We're talking about E.T. They got to pipe that in there, don't they? Because it's NASA.
Yeah, let me say something right there. They find this thing at Mono Lake in California, And now they're going to talk about finding ET, evidence for ET's life. It's interesting because Scientific American wrote an article, August, I think it was, 2018. They send these probes out, and they're going to try to scoop up some dust samples off of 2 asteroids. And they say that the evidence, or what they're going to find, hopefully is going to lead to an understanding of the origins of the planets and of life on Earth. I find it amazing. They look out there for evidence of how life on Earth formed, and then they look here to find out how evidence of ET out there formed. None of it can be done. I mean, it's absolutely amazing that they would even attempt that one more time.
That's contrary
to
is. Common sense.
It is. It is absolutely contrary to common sense, logic. And see, the problem is they throw out the Bible, they throw out God, so they have to come up with something. They can look for life here that indicates something at ET. There's no way anybody can prove that or show that. They look for life out there that proves or shows how life here forms. There's no way you could prove that or show that. And so by definition, they're doing things and claiming things that cannot be verified.
Well, what's funny is there was an editorial in New Scientist that said, although the discovery of alien life, if it ever happens, would be one of the biggest stories imaginable, this was light years from that. In other words, they were saying that this whole Mono Lake thing was nonsense. You know what? I think we might just need to cut this nugget right here and pick up tomorrow. How do you feel about that?
I think it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, this one's gotten a little long, and there's a whole lot more to go. No, we don't want to shortchange this.
Yeah, got to do it justice.
All right. If you haven't heard, we have a new ministry project. It's called the Psalm 33:12T series. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. Help support this ministry and get America great again with these motivational t-shirts. Use them as a conversation piece and a great witnessing tool. Many people are getting them to give as gifts to those who have been on the front lines, like first responders, nurses, doctors, other medical staff, and of course, law enforcement. All 4 designs are available on white, black, or red t-shirts. All 4 designs are available in white, black, or red ink. The sizes we have available are small, medium, large, extra large, and 2X. Call or text 603-616-8907 to order, or order on our website, https://creationseminar.net/onlineorders.htm. Simply identify the shirt design, your size, what color shirt, and ink color that you prefer. The shirts are $20 each, plus shipping. Thank you.